My name is Mel Lehman. I'm the Director of Common Humanity. And there to my left is a very handsome man we're going to hear from shortly. His name is Omar Odeh. What you're seeing behind me is slightly different. I usually broadcast from my home in New York City, but at the moment I'm at my home in Kansas. So the background is a little bit different. The heart is the same, but the background is a little bit different. Common Humanity seeks to build friendship and respect and understanding between people in the Middle East and people here in North America. So we're very glad to have you, Omar, and you're a perfect guest because this is precisely what we want to do, build some understanding between two different worlds through art. And welcome to our program today, Omar.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to meet you today, Mel. I have a very good memories with you, actually. I remember when we were in Syria, refugees there, and you came, actually, we were, and your group, like an angels for us to like really support Iraqis there. And we had a good, really good resource, I can say, like, to feel like we can survive from your society and your friends, your group, actually. And you personally, actually, we always say thank you to you. You've been helping. Even when we came to Canada, myself, you keep like support, like if there's any chance to support. We really appreciate that.
Well, I'm so honored to hear that and honored to have you as a friend and colleague. Well, let me show you, let's try to do screen share here and see if we can take a look at some of these pictures that I have to, hang on, this is working. And there is your name.
Omar Odeh, yes.
And here we are at the Iraq border. Omar is from Baghdad. He grew up in Baghdad a few years ago. And here is the road from Amman, Jordan to Baghdad. And that vehicle, that rather dirty looking vehicle, started the day clean, and it got a bit grungy and dirty as the day went by because it's a 13-hour drive between Amman and Baghdad. And the planes weren't running because of the US sanctions. And my purpose in going to Iraq and first falling in love with Iraq was the dire situation of the people of Iraq who had these terrible American sanctions. So there I am on my way, and here is a picture of one of the mother and child from Baghdad who were suffering because of the sanctions. And you see the table, there are no medicines on the table. And that was really essentially what I was doing as a humanitarian worker. So I was in Iraq about 6 times during the Saddam era. And I wish I had known Omar then. We could have had a coffee in Baghdad, but it took us all the way to, well, let's go to where we met. The US invaded, and then after the US invasion, it was really very difficult to go to Iraq. And I went to Syria to meet up with my Iraqi friends. And here I am. And Omar, I'm going to guess and let you introduce the lady on the left.
Yeah, this is Sibilla. Yeah, yeah, Sibilla. She was the manager that time in the United Nations, and she was really, really great, and she was really helped us. Like because of her, we really had a good chance to meet good people and do a lot of exhibitions in Syria. I feel really thankful for her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Well, that is, I am there on the right is a doctor, Dr. Mazhar Rishi, and we took doctors to teach in Damascus, give lectures in their field of specialty in Damascus a couple of times. And when we were there, we would visit the UNHCR, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. And as I met Miss Wilkes, I began to see these beautiful paintings. And I said, what are they? And Miss Wilkes had a special interest in developing the talent and the careers of refugee Iraqi artists. So I said, we should try this in New York, and we did. So here actually is an exhibit in New York with some of Omar's paintings. I don't know if you've ever seen this painting, Omar.
Yeah, it's of mine.
Um, yeah, this is a painting from, this is an exhibit in Long Island, which is a big residential area in New York City, near where I live, at a church. Anything you care to say about those three paintings? We're going to see them again, but it's great to see those paintings, and people enjoyed it so much. You were very popular with our audience.
It's interesting that I did those paintings maybe 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. I don't
Yeah,
remember exactly. But the interesting thing is the themes I used and the colors, and I feel I still, and like, this is my style. It's something different now, of course, things get developed, everything. But when I see, I feel like they are mine, and I recognize
yeah,
them, and still
yeah.
love them.
Well, we exhibited in other places, a few more, and then we're going to settle in and look at the paintings directly. This is an exhibit in New York City, and here we see some of also of Omar Odeh's paintings, along with some other people.
Yeah,
And there I am in the bookstore, and we sell paintings. Did I mention the fact we sell paintings? Did I mention the fact that paintings by
yeah.
Omar are for sale? And Christmas is just around the corner, and Omar would be happy to sell some paintings, I would think, and we'd be happy to we'd be happy to help. We'll talk a little more about that. Get a pencil at the end of our program. We'll see how we can get you in touch with some of these beautiful paintings. This is an exhibit we had in Ohio. This is a
Mm.
college in Ohio, and
Mm.
there are the paintings we saw before. And
Mm-hmm.
here is an exhibit in Indiana. This one you have to look a little bit harder. It's in the back corner, but there's another one of Omar's paintings back behind the lamp in the
That
back.
one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. The
yeah,
beige, white, yes, I can see
yeah,
there.
yeah, exact. And this is a very dear friend of mine, Myrna Burkholder, and some other friends in a
Mm.
coffee house in Indiana. Well,
Mm.
this is uh, two of
Who's
your
that?
paintings, and now we're going to go. Now we're going to go and talk about your paintings. I'd love so much to hear what these paintings mean to you, and tell us a few words about these paintings. We're now the next rest of our program. We're going to be looking at your paintings.
I believe this one's in Canada here, and that exhibition, if my memory is good, it was an organization here called Turtle House, and it's by like like running by Tamam, and she was. I did volunteer with her, teaching kids art, refugees, and this is my first exhibition at their organization, and it was a really great chance, to start to my art in Canada. Like, it's not easy, when you move all of this distance, and everything is new for me, and I can keep my art, and I just keep it, and like try to show it. Yeah,
Yeah,
which was not easy. Yeah,
yeah,
to focus when you move, you have to focus first, like how to live, how to talk, to be involved with things. Yeah, I love that one. Yes, and I remember it exactly. Yeah.
And how has that experience, as we go through these paintings? I so love your work, and they're really, in terms of sales and in terms of people's comments, you're really one of our most beloved painters at our exhibits that we have around mostly the eastern part of the United States. And as we continue, here's a good picture in your studio.
Yeah, this is in Syria.
Oh, this was in Syria. Oh, okay.
Syria. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
remember.
I would be very eager to hear how that experience of such a profound experience of being uprooted, how did that affect your art?
Can you please ask the question again?
Yes, as a refugee, when you
Mm,
had to leave Iraq and here you
mm,
are in Syria, You're still
Mm-hmm.
painting in Syria, and then you moved to Canada.
Mm.
What is some ways that that refugee experience is expressed
Okay.
in your art? And we might see it as we go by, but I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, I can tell you something about that. It's a very interesting question, actually. When I was in Syria as a refugee, I was I did never consider myself as a refugee because I was doing my art and I was enjoying what I'm doing. I met a lot of artists and people, customers, galleries, and I did a lot of shows. Yeah, I can say it's my golden time there. Um, that's strange, maybe because I was a refugee, but in the same time, I was in my art. And you didn't maybe visit me there. My places there that I was living there, the whole place like a gallery, like you see paintings everywhere, all the rooms. And I was really enjoying doing my art there. And it was like a rich experience for me doing my art. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was a big like good chance for me and therapy as well. I can say that as a refugee, that in the time I'm a refugee, but I consider myself as a great artist there,
Yeah.
and I sold a lot of paintings. Yes, yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah, yeah,
Here is the picture that we showed for our publicity on Facebook. And I
yeah.
might note that my pastor, my spiritual pastor, we did a program, and this is the one that my pastor picked out. And I think that might be because of the heart there, the love and the kindness in the middle. Tell us how you got the inspiration for this. Was there a moment when you said, here's a picture I would like
Yeah,
to paint? How did you get the idea?
you know, love always inspiring. Like if you are in love, of course, you're gonna do something different, something special, even if you don't mean to do things. But I believe that it comes from inside of you, and people will feel it. Maybe
Yes,
the color, yeah, thing, the themes, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
This painting is for sale.
Uh,
Oh, here's one of my favorites. I love this picture. This is so
okay.
wonderful. Tell me about this.
I think that's what I feel of when I had kind of those big eyes. It's remind me by Iraqi art, the old Iraqi art. I talk about the Sumerian, you know, Babylonian, and if you see the sculptures, they have like this kind of eyes. And what I studied about that is people when they do their uh, when they pray, when they focus, they just like kind of it's not that they're scared, but maybe they're focusing on their gods, or they like doing the what they call the pressure, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like Iraqi face,
Hmm.
kind somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so striking and so human. You know, I just feel like I
Yeah, yeah,
know this.
you,
I'm not
yeah.
sure what this person's name is, but I feel like I know him or her.
Okay.
One of my favorites. Here's another wonderful painting. And some of your paintings, a number of your paintings have animals like cows and cattle.
Yeah.
One of them was on a farm. Is that a theme of your work?
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of growing up in the village. When I was kid, during the vacation, I go to visit my maybe like I have relatives. They have animals, so but maybe without meaning that, without like a purpose, stuck on my memory, and so I feel I'm close to animals. I'm still feel like I'm close to animals and
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think animals are beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Friend of animals is a friend of mine. I share that. Oh, and a cat. We have a cat here in Kansas, so this is a special
oh,
Special one for you. You have a cat
Yeah,
that you had a
I
special
had,
cat?
I had a cat. I had a black cat in Syria. It was not really mine. A friend of mine lived with me, and after a while, I loved her. And it was in like you can find it in several picture paintings of I had before, and I think a black cat. I don't know. That's what I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel they have special character or special. They are different. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are smart. Maybe smarter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Another another
Yeah, yeah,
another paint. I think there's I have someone that's interested in this painting, so I have to check with that person first. But these several paintings here are for sale. This is
yeah.
another Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, Iraq, means the land between the rivers. Mesopotamia, the Tigris and the Euphrates, and it was a very fertile grassland. So there would be farming and cattle growing in the old days, and today in Iraq, it's a farming, fertile land where you can grow things and cattle can grow.
Mm, you're right. Yeah.
So here is one of those cattle,
Hmm.
cow, and here is a donkey.
It's kind of no. It's maybe a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's maybe a horse, and yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't really focus sometimes on the subject itself. I'm focusing on just themes, and I try to make relationships between figures and maybe people, animals, nature. I try to do
Mm-hmm.
some kind of relationship that I feel or I want to make kind of balance, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a beautiful painting I got from your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. But this is really very interesting. I really like that one. This one, yeah. Faces, yeah, people. I remember that exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just faces. Yeah, people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah. In Canada, I see a lot of different faces.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great opportunity for me actually to meet people from everywhere. Yeah.
And as a refugee, you're feeling the word here in the US is that Canada is welcoming to refugees. Is that your experience in Canada?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, you know, nothing perfect, of course, but I can tell you, Canada is a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, I think even a government.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Another cow.
yeah. So as I told you, I sometimes use the figure or the like the animal or like human or things. I I love to do like the things. I try to do my skills to make like this like a cow or ox,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same time, which is maybe more interesting for me or more important for me, is how to do this space and do something in there with those colors, just to try my skills of
Mm-hmm.
like how can I make the
Mm-hmm.
texture, like how design the colors, you know, in my way. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I feel like I create like this kind of animal,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still, you know, it's animal that people they know,
Right.
but it's in my feeling. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
I have this painting here at my place, and maybe a lot of people they don't know. Maybe this is something really. This guy, he is my friend, but he himself he doesn't know that I draw him. I painted him, and he's a musician. Yeah, he's very inspiring.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, great. Well,
yeah.
we're nearing the end of our pictures. I think we might have one or two left. Those out there listening, if you have a question, if you might want to put that in the Q&A box. We are nearing the end of our half hour. Before long, time has flown by. Let's see if I got one more painting here. We are at commonhumanity.org. That's how you can reach us. That's how you can reach Omar. Omar Odeh, the great paintings we've seen. And here is back again with Omar.
Yeah.
We have a tradition on our program that we ask everyone one simple question, and we're going to continue that tradition by asking you. The simple question is, what can each of us do for peace? What is something that the ordinary person can do for peace? All around the world, we hear just these sad stories for war, and we sometimes say, what can I do? What is something that we can do, in your opinion, a single person watching this could do for peace?
We have just tried to be positive. We have tried to love. We have tried to rid of the hitness, if there's any hitness inside us, anything any judgment, any stereotype about people, about we are human. I believe that in our nature we have some of those stuff, but it's always better if we consider ourselves a human. I believe human, this means not just you as a person. It means how you have to be good, and how to be fair, and just love and respect. I'm not just people. I believe it's like everything, like nature, like everything, even the street. Try to be just positive, and you show like how positive you are. Even you think you are just one person, just by yourself, but you can do a lot of things. Even one person can do a lot of things. I believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have one comment from our viewers that says, great pictures. So you have a fan out there. His name is Mats, and you're getting some very positive feedback, Omar, from our viewer. We have reached the end of our half hour. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for being my friend, and thank you for being our colleague over these years. We're very honored to work with you and sell some of our works. And once again, speaking of selling works, these paintings are for sale. Christmas is around the corner. How much something really special and buy one of these beautiful paintings. We also, if you go to our website, commonhumanity.org, you will notice we have posters. If buying a painting is just a little bit much for you in these pandemic times, how about buying one of Omar's posters? And the other artists we work with, we also have posters. And half of the cost of that goes directly to the painters. We also welcome contributions. Common Humanity takes a couple of dollars to put this together, takes a number of dollars to put this together. So we would welcome any contributions you have to continue our work at Common Humanity. Omar, I look forward to seeing you again. Send my regards to the community of artists that you work with, and I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for being our guest. We'll look forward to seeing you again in person. I look forward to being in Canada again. Thank you. Eddie, final words you would have that I didn't get to talk about yet? Any concluding words?
Thank you. I just want to say, big thank you for you first. I've been knowing you for a long time. You are a very good friend of mine, and I'm proud of being a friend of you. Actually, you always support us, and I want to say thank you for people who are looking for us now. And I wish if I was not boring.
No. On the contrary, you were most interesting. Most interesting. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy this wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Same for you. Thank you so much, Mel.
Take care, my friend. All right. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.